Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your June 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Virgo, how are you feeling? Are you feeling the effects of this strawberry moon that we've recently had on the 3rd or 4th of June, depending on your location, in the sign of Sagittarius? So this moon ushered in a brand new sense of optimism, travel, adventure, and momentum. So a lot of you released things that were no longer serving you when it comes to expansion, when it comes to taking that next step forward, whether you are wanting to book that trip, visit family, come together, take your business to the next level, tackle some health goals, launch an idea, a product, or a service to the world. A really powerful time to do so is now. Now, full moons are all about release. So again, whatever was holding you back from adventure, I feel like you're working through, and there is a momentum building up until that June 18th new moon in Gemini. And that could be a really powerful time where you just release, let go, have fun, come together, create, build. Now you have here, let your fears dissolve with this Cancerian energy, and you have detoxify with Taurus here, which is interesting because this is past. So a lot of you were pushing through fears, which what do we say about fears? False evidence appearing real. You're pushing through those illusions and you're telling yourself a new story. So possibly in the past, for example, you may have said, well, I don't have the money or the time off, or I don't have what it takes to travel. Maybe I don't want to travel by myself. Whatever illusions, I mean, they certainly could have felt true and been very true for you, Virgo, but I feel that there's resources or there's availability or there's opportunities for you to do something that felt limited in the past, right? So this is about you being able to dissolve those fears. Maybe you told yourself that it wasn't the right time to launch a product, start a side hustle, open up an Etsy shop, start a YouTube channel. This is the perfect time, right? Because sometimes we wait for that time. And if we wait for the perfect time, sometimes we wait forever, right? We tell ourselves, well, maybe we'll go back to school next year, or we'll take that online class that we've been seeing over and over, right? It's been trying to get our attention, but we just put that on the back burner. Or maybe it's that massage appointment or that Reiki session that you wanted to sign up for. There is a lot of momentum, a lot of optimism, and whatever was holding you back here, you're absolutely pushing through. Now, some of you, because this Cancerian energy is water, it is the emotional element, some of you may have been entangled within your emotions. You may have, for whatever reason, had insecurities, maybe self-judgment, self-criticism. It may have felt like you weren't worthy enough at times to advance, to move forward. I'm also getting here something with rejection. You may have been putting out a million different resumes, and maybe you thought you were getting a step closer, and then boom, you fell flat on your face, or at least it felt like that. There's a brand new momentum ushering in here for you, Virgo, for you to expand and take off. So all of that hard work that you've been putting into maybe your own personal and self-development is going to pay off in big ways this month for you. I'm really excited, because there's going to be some surprises I'm getting as well here intuitively. There could be a surprise offer, whether it's a love offer, a career offer. If you are retired, you could be meeting new people, new soul tribe. There could be a new class. I'm also getting something with planting, which can be a perfect time of year depending on your location to plant. Some of you may be planting, I'm getting something other than maybe vegetables or herbs, but it could be planting a tree, planting a bush. It's something quite large, actually. I'm also hearing the last name. It could be a last name. It could be a first name. Maybe it's a place or a location. Please take it as it resonates. Kallenbach or Kallenbach. Bach. So maybe it has a little bit of that hint of German or Germany in the background. It could be Bach. It doesn't have to be the Colin, but I am getting here the Bach. So please take that as it resonates. All right, we have here Scorpio energy. We have Virgo, you showing up strong, loud, and clear here with taking inspired action. And that's what this energy is all about for you. So stepping into your power here, Virgo, you're going to reveal what needs to be seen with this scorpionic energy. If you felt that moon, right, that moon energy of uncertainty, needing a little bit more clarity, not quite sure what step to take because your path wasn't illuminated as clear as you would have liked to have seen, this is the month where you are getting clear. You're moving forward and you're actually going to really step into your power. You have this Aries energy ushering. This is coming into the near future. So it works hand in hand with that new moon in Gemini as well. Now we also have releasing control, Taurus energy. Now this is a really powerful opportunity for you here, Virgo, because a lot of times we try to control what we can, right? And the only thing we can control is the way we react and the way we respond to external situations, including our own emotions. When we try to control other people or try to control things outside of us, right? We set ourselves up for failure or disaster because we can't control anything but ourselves, our own emotions, or what comes, at us and how we respond. So I feel like you're releasing that. There's more flow for you this month, Virgo, and I'm quite excited about this for you because a lot of you, there has been a little bit of that push and pull, a little bit of resistance, maybe even miscommunication with you and others. But this month seems to be on the up and up, right? On the mends for a lot of you. If you have been feeling a little bit in your feels, or if you've been wanting to manifest new opportunities, there is, interestingly enough, this card here, another Scorpio card, it says breathe through the tensions. But what I seen in my mind's eye was breakthrough tension, breakthrough tension. So I feel like that is going to be very powerful. Now, some of you actually may live near the desert. I'm getting here Arizona vibes, but you could live near Arizona, or maybe you're traveling to the desert. You can see here with this energy a big moon in the background. There could be red rocks. Some of you are traveling to maybe caves or mountainous areas, or even a place where there's volcanic activity, or there once was. I'm also smelling here campfire or fire. Hopefully it's not the, Canadian fires. I know there's something going on up there as well, but I do feel here that this could be camping, bonfires, or getting out with other people. If you're able to have a fire in your area, I feel like if you are doing that here, you're being safe, of course, but there could be some major release around a fire that brings people together. There could be important conversations as well. All right, we have here Virgo energy. Attend to the details. This is you. So you're showing up twice here. Some of you may have strong Scorpio placements in your chart. Of course, you could have Cancer, Aries, Taurus, or let's see here. Well, a triple Scorpio here. So you may have these placements in your chart dealing with someone who does, or you're just embodying the energies. So what you don't see coming here over here is, again, I'm just going to go with what my mind's eye was reading here. Breakthrough, not breathe through. We can have breakthroughs by breathing through the tension as well. But I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough coming in for you. And it's going to be something that you may have to think about. For example, maybe you've been wanting a new commercial space for your business, or a new job, or maybe a move. Maybe you've been looking to get a rental contract or buy a home, and you've been searching and searching and searching. I feel like this is the month here because it has been a little bit stressful. There has been tension here. So not only are you going to have that breakthrough, but now you're moving onward to the next step. So there's going to be some details here that's going to be important for you to look over, go over. But because of maybe the shock factor for some of you, positive shock of this finally happening, sometimes we tend to skip over some details. So that's a reminder for you this month, Virgo, is if you've wanted something for quite some time and here it is, we can have that tunnel vision of, wow, this is really happening, and we forget to see what's important here at times. Release any blocks. Beautiful. Double Scorpio or triple Scorpio here. So any blocks that have been stemming your success, or it's felt like a hinder, a nuisance, you've had anxiety or a little bit of worry over, this is something that you are moving through. But it hasn't been easy is what I'm hearing. So let's dive in. We're going to clarify these cards as well. And then towards the end, we'll pull a card for you from one of Colette's decks, Colette Baron Reed. Let's take a look here and see what are these fears. We're going to start with this Cancerian energy, that full moon in Sagittarius. Even though it brought in a new sense of adventure and optimism, there's still things to release around the full moon. Let's take a look at what's dissolving. What are those fears? All right, Four of Cups, feeling like you're missing out on opportunities, right? Which is kind of what we've been talking about here. So if you felt like you've missed out on something in the past with this Four of Cups, there is this energy here of feeling frustrated, feeling a little bit bored, maybe even a little bit of pessimism, which is exciting because, as mentioned, that full moon on the 3rd or 4th brought in a new sense of optimism. So something that had been holding you back, or you've been focusing maybe on the past, I feel like you are releasing, or you're letting those fears dissolve, and you're now focusing on this beautiful, colorful side over here. That's a lot more optimistic than what's over here, right? It looks like a tree that needs to be watered and a couple of empty cups, which you don't want any of that. But sometimes we do sit in that energy for a little bit after rejection, after loss, heartache, whatever it may be, or we just get bored, we get frustrated or impatient that we're not manifesting the things that we want quickly enough, right? But there is a breakthrough coming in here for you, Virgo. The Four of Cups here is finally a new sense of inspiration, a new opportunity. If you reach out, if you are receptive to receiving, if this is something you still truly desire and want, it is available to you here. So it's important to push through those fears, push through those illusions, which remember we talked about that illusion energy. Now, she has free will. This is something I talk about often, free will. We have a choice to become bitter, which she looks a little bit bitter there, a little bit bored, maybe even a little bit sour or impatient, or she has the opportunity here to become better. And if she were to look right beside her, she would see that that cup's full and it's colorful and there's new opportunities. But we have our own free will to choose which state of mind, which energetic flow we want to be in. And yes, that can be easier said than done, of course, when we go through life's ups and downs. So I'm not saying, a magic fairy wand is going to come in and, sprinkle that dust on you and it's all going to be okay. We need to put in the work as well, right? There's an old saying that says God helps those that help themselves. So I feel like you're doing the work. You've been doing the work. You're going to see your hard work paying off here. So let's take a look at this detoxification Taurus energy, which whenever I hear detoxify, I think of the devil. So there could be fears that you're releasing, addictions, codependency, obsessions, maybe even a little bit of control, right? We have control here, which can feel like manipulation, whether it's around us, someone manipulating our energy, or codependency where we let others manipulate us, right? We have Three of Pentacles. There's that teamwork making that dream work. This is collaboration, cooperation, joining together to create something beautiful instead of, poking fun of, criticizing, judging, blaming, shaming, resentment. Some of you have struggled with maybe family members as well. When the Three of Pentacles comes in, someone may have not been a team player in the family. They could have been a sibling, right? It could have been a child. It may have even been a coworker. But I feel like things are releasing, or you're moving on from, you're moving forward from, and you're going to finally start to come up with some new energies that are going to support your goals and your dreams. I'm also getting here, this is interesting, I think that's, is that macrame? Some of you may be switching up a style to a more boho or a more bohemian vibe, whether this is in a camper or a bedroom. I'm getting here, some of you could even sell some items like this, maybe on Etsy. I'm getting dream catchers as well. Who creates or makes dream catchers? That could be something you've recently bought, or maybe you're thinking of making. Please take that as it resonates. Or this could be also symbolic for a lot of you detoxing through your dreams, right? And your guides, your angels are helping you detoxify from some of those patterns during your sleep state. That's why sleep is so important, because we need to refresh and renew, and we can travel, we astral travel, and we connect to our higher selves, and we can download a lot of information through dreams. So if you've had trouble sleeping, for whatever reason, maybe caffeine, perhaps your sleep schedule was a little bit off kilter, I feel like there's better sleep available to you here. Now let's see what's being revealed with the Scorpio energy. So this is something that's going to show up here, I feel, mid-month for you in the month of June. Things are going to be revealed in order for you to take inspired action. I'm getting a phone call and I'm getting an email, so we may see a page here because there could be a news. I also sense Eight of Wands or even Chariot energy, because this is absolutely forward movement for you. Oh, I'll take it. Ace of Pentacles, better yet here. A brand new opportunity to manifest unlimited potential, right? The Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings in the material world, because you're able to bring ideas down from the spiritual, right? Bring it down to reality and dive into whatever type of potentiality that you want, that you desire, that you seek. This is available to you at this time. So whatever is being revealed to you, I feel like it's going to help you in the physical realm, a new home, a new vehicle, new career path. And it doesn't have to be brand new. It could be branching off in order for you to take that next tier, take that next level. Step forward here, next chapter, time to turn the page. For some of you, yeah, you're turning an entire book over, ending it, and moving forward to a brand new book. For others of you, it's time to start a new chapter. With this Ace of Pentacles, this could be money, career, good news regarding your health. It can be your home. I am getting a lot of abundance here. There could even be a gift showing up, or some sort of inheritance, money owed, back pay, something cleared, debt cleared. Some of you may pay off a vehicle as well, but this is going to allow you to step forward and have more freedom and take action. So beautiful clarifier here. So sometimes what's revealed to us can feel challenging, but because your energy is right underneath it, a lot of you know what this is already. A lot of you know what you want to be revealed. You know what you want to create and manifest and bring down to earth. And now you're able to, by taking that inspired action. All right, let's see how you can do that. How can you take inspired action? What do you need to know to manifest? Okay, wow. So you just seen, you've seen the shuffle. This one flew out again. Oh, Ace of Pentacles here. So it's clarifying what you need to do to manifest this opportunity. Not let anyone come in and burst your bubble, right? Seven of Wands. This Seven of Wands is about standing up for your beliefs, being brave in the face of adversity, or in the face of someone telling you it cannot be done. You're going to step back and say, yes, I can, right? Seven of Wands energy here is living life on your own terms, you having the upper hand, non-conforming, going the distance, being a rebel, right? A rebel with a cause is what I just heard here, being a rebel with a cause. Now, that isn't a bad thing, right? It's about you being that trailblazer that you are, Virgo, and forming your own path, whatever that may look like for you. Because a lot of you, it's going to be something different, but it is a new beginning here, and you have the power, and you're stepping into that power here, taking inspired action. And you're no longer walking on eggshells. You're breathing through that tension, right? You're having a breakthrough through something that's been stressful, because it did feel like all wands were pointed at you, right? You can see here that she's finally in her pink bubble, and she has her hands in meditation pose or prayer pose here. She's grateful, she's thankful, she's blessed, right? So that's an affirmation I want you to say to yourself every single day. I do this myself. Thankful, I'm grateful, I'm blessed. And this is something that you're going to start to feel the flow of. And what that does when you put up your own mental shield, right? You don't let other people come in and affect your energy. And that can be that control piece, that manipulation or codependent nature around you at times. Seven of Wands, keeping the peace even when people threaten to burst that. I love this. Beautiful. All right, let's take a look at this Aries energy of you stepping into your power. What do we have here? So we have releasing control is going to allow you to step into your power. And sometimes that can sound so ironic because we have to be vulnerable, right? And we feel that if we're vulnerable, we're not in control, but it's the exact opposite. Vulnerability is one of our greatest strengths. For us to be completely vulnerable and open allows us to connect to other beings, other humans here on earth, right? We don't have to go through this alone. It can help us connect to our higher selves, spiritual dimensions. We can reach new levels and new depths within ourselves, within others that maybe we never felt possible. This is about you opening up further than you ever have here, Virgo. Okay, I'm also getting a small puppy or a small dog. It may be a small dog, but other maybe small kids say, oh, look at that puppy, but it's really a small one. Now, this could be a puppy or a dog, small dog that's crossed over, or maybe you're contemplating getting a pet in the month of June as well. You may be spending more time with your pets. Please take that as it resonates. All right, let's take a look at how to release this control to fully step into your power. What do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. In order for you to release this control, right? Exactly what we were just talking about, knowing that you're not alone. Some of you have suffered from some chronic health issues. Could be Lyme's disease, could be Hashimoto's, could be autoimmune. I'm not a medical professional. Please see the disclaimer. But energy-wise, I feel something has bogged you down at times. It could even be depression, anxiety, loneliness. When the Five of Pentacles shows up here, this can be money or health issues. We can let pride get in the way. We can let ego get in the way and say, you know, I'm just going to sit here and suffer in silence, right? I'm just going to sit here and do what I need to do on my own. A lot of you have come up to your wit's end because you've been told no, or you've been told that it can't be healed, or you have to live with it. You have to live with some sort of pain. Or others of you, this is poverty conscious mindset. This is lack of. That there's not enough to go around, when in fact that is a societal type of energy. Even though some of you, don't curse me in the comments, you may be saying, well, Melissa, there's physical proof that there's not enough. We don't necessarily understand and know how to access all the resources available to us. If we did, we'd be thriving and living and, you know, being in this beautiful energetic place, which I feel is where we're heading. Even though it may not seem that way, sometimes it all needs to crumble to be rebuilt in a powerful new way. And for some of you in your own personal lives, that's the case as well. Something needed to crumble, or something may have been challenging for you in order for you to be reborn again, Virgo, in order for you to be that phoenix rising from the ashes. So the message for you is release any sort of negative connotations, limiting beliefs, mindsets, poverty consciousness, or the feelings of you having to go it alone, even if you have for quite some time. Because we are souls having a human experience, and we choose, you know, on a soul level, we are wanting to choose to be with people, right? And I've had people say, well, Melissa, I just want to hole up in my house and not leave. I just want to go to the mountains, or I want to go to the beach and not be around humans. I get that, right? I get that. Sometimes humans aren't nice. Sometimes they can be mean, and they can be volatile, and they hurt us and they wound us, and it puts layers and layers and layers upon us where we want to hibernate, because we say, well, when are we going to attract the good ones, right? We're good. Why can't we attract that? This is about you having that trust and that faith and believing and tuning into those portals and those energies that we talked of earlier, that we all have access to. So knowledge is power. The more that you know, the more you can grow. Now, what else do we have here? There it is, Three of Cups. Beautiful. There's the connection. There's the sense of belonging, the friendships, the community, the sisterhood, the friends, the family, the soul tribe, basically, right? So I do feel you're going to step into your power and attract those that want to help you succeed. And it's reciprocal, right? You love them, they love you. You help them grow, they help you grow. You're trustworthy, they're trustworthy. Remember, being your own best friend, raising your vibration and your energy in order for you to attract the same type, right? If we tend to be in this Five of Pentacles energy, it's hard to attract other people because the energy we're putting out there, they're probably doing the same thing, right? So when we are able to take inspired action towards our dreams and meet our soul tribe, and sometimes we have to go through a little bit of a lull period where we are isolated or we do feel like that hermit, right? That can be introspection. That can be a deep time of healing, of growth, of personal development. But it doesn't mean that that's where you're going to be forever, because there's definitely inspired action coming in here for you, Virgo. All right, we have attend to the details. Excuse me. We'll take a look and see what those details may be. We have breathe through or breakthrough tension, and then releasing your blocks. So let's take a look at how to have this breakthrough and release the blocks and what details you should be mindful of. So let's look at that one. What details should Virgo be mindful of? I'm just going to take the 2 cards that flipped upright because we have a whole story going on here. If you do want more, if this is resonating, please feel free to book a personal reading. But the 2 cards in the upright position, we have the Judgment and the Justice. The Judgment, I love the Judgment card, and a lot of people, this feels like that cocoon process. I always say this, right? With the caterpillar and the butterfly, you got to go through that cocoon process where sometimes that butterfly probably thinks that it's going to die, right? It's trying to break free. It's trying to fight for its life, stuck and sticky in that cocoon process. But really what's happening is it is growing its wings. It's becoming stronger because of going through that phase or that period. So this is a beautiful reminder to all of you that have struggled, all of you that have felt set back, stuck, not unmotivated, uninspired, right? You felt like you've missed out on opportunities for love, for growth, for financial energies, whatever it is for you. This Justice here is saying, some of you may have been in a karmic pattern, situation, relationship, or you've just chose to learn that lesson here on earth. Now, some of you may be saying, well, why the hell would I choose that lesson to learn? Well, it's for our evolution. And sometimes, well, a lot of times, right? Most of the times when we show up here on earth, we have spiritual amnesia. We don't always remember our blueprints. And it's harder for us to feel that those difficult things have purpose, right? But the more that you're able to tune into the higher energies, the higher frequencies, tune into your higher self, you can access at any given moment that Akashic record, that blueprint. But when we get here on earth, we have that free will to choose what we want to do with that experience. As mentioned earlier, do you want to become better or bitter? Do you want to let that experience define you, or do you want to grow from it? This is what you're doing. You have a second chance here. You have a second chance to heed the call. This is your purpose. This is part of your path here. It's a major awakening that is allowing you to go through this rebirthing process, this rite of passage. For some of you, it's a deep forgiveness. It is healing some old wounds. It is no longer judging ourselves and others. It is finally embracing change and no longer ignoring the call to do something differently with your world, with your inner world that's going to reflect in your outer world. Because Justice here, yes, there's been inequality. There's been maybe even some legalities that some of you have dealt with. For others of you, you've been judged. You've been criticized. You've been wounded. Sometimes our own worst critic is ourselves. And you may have been putting yourself in that vibration because of an experience, right? But there's a second chance to live. There's a second chance for you to move forward into that life that you want, creating that heaven on earth. It's not just a pipe dream that will never be, available to you. This is part of your soul's purpose, right? You don't keep having that dream or that idea or that inspiration or that moment that shows up over and over, that call from your intuition just because, right? It's part of your soul's plan. And I feel like you're going to live it here. So really beautiful. All right, how can you do that? How can you release the blocks? How can you have this breakthrough? When it comes to details here, because that's what we are clarifying, I feel like this is about you taking a look at some of those judgments, criticisms, shame, forgiveness, and moving forward, right? Even if you have to imagine yourself in that cocoon process and seeing it from that new perspective, right? Seeing it that, yes, you've had to struggle, but it was only for you to remind yourself that you have wings, right? That you can fly. Spirit will catch you. Okay. We're either getting double repetitive cards or need to shuffle a little better, but we have the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. And at the very bottom, there's that Chariot energy. So movement, what you don't see coming. So again, we're getting repetitive energies here. So it's saying exactly what we just mentioned, and I feel like you're moving on from the Five of Pentacles. Chariot, Cancerian energy. Now, your Cancer here says, we have, let's see, one card in Cancer, fears dissolving. So some of you, you're sitting with those fears, but you're going to have new people show up, soul tribe, helpful people. And I love this card as well because look at that. There's the Big Dipper at the top. And if you follow that Big Dipper all the way up, it leads to that North Star. And this is about you tuning into your own true north, Virgo. So forward movement, action, breakthrough. Wonderful clarifiers here. All right, let's get a final message from, we're going to take a look, we're going to go with the crystal spirits. Let's see which crystal is helping you move forward on your journey. What do we have here, please, for Virgo for the month of June? What do we have for June, Virgo? Oh, I love it. Moonstone, right? We're talking about the moon, the new moon, the full moon, and now you have moonstone. One of my favorites, of course, you probably noticed I wear moonstone rings. I love rainbow moonstone. Let's just see. There's a couple here. You can see this beautiful rainbow. There's so many different kinds of moonstone. Now, what can you do with this? This can help you during your dream state as well. It can help you see things more clearly, right? And that's what we talked about earlier as well. It's about intuition, about insight. So you can work with moonstone to activate that energy center in your third eye and crown chakra. This is about insight, inner wisdom, inner voice, and intuition. Inner knowing, inner sensing, these are the talents that the universe has bestowed upon all of us. But we have been conditioned to minimize their importance and instead pay more attention to the knowing that comes from experiencing life through our physical senses and logical analysis. Do you hone your intuition? Do you trust it? Even when you can't point to a logical reason why you know what you know. We just talked about this, Virgo. Remember what we said about that intuitive nudge that keeps showing back up and back up? It's not just a pipe dream. It's your soul calling out to you at this time. Your message from Moonstone Spirit is to tune in and listen to your intuition. It will speak to you through an inner voice, an inner vision, an inner sensation that feels real because, well, it is. It is real. It has many ways of communicating with you now. It's a time to pull back the veil between the visible and invisible worlds. Trust that the hidden reality matters and know that your intuition comes from the universe, which possess wisdom, knowledge, and understanding far beyond your own. And literally, what did we say? Knowledge is power, right? Having that wisdom, you have access to that at all times. So trust your intuition when it comes to maybe another person. Maybe you've been dismissing something because you just can't justify the inner conviction here. Moonstone Spirit is here to let you know that you aren't crazy. You are picking up on information that can't be perceived by the five senses, and you're meant to listen to it. So it says your relationships will all benefit if you are willing to be honest with yourself and to listen to your intuition, which is, it's our primary sense, right? It is really our primary sense. When it comes to money, Moonstone Spirit message for you is to trust your instincts and not fall into analysis paralysis. Hello, Five of Pentacles, right? That's that Five of Pentacles, feeling a little bit like the world is passing you by and everybody else is getting what they want, but at times you're benched, right? It says here, trying to use logic and reason to prove to yourself what you already know. You have the ability to pick up on important insights that can help you in building the wealth you deserve and experiencing the affluence that will help you find that purpose. There's the judgment. There's your calling, your purpose. Wealth exists to help you in the important work you came here on earth to do. Trust that the universe wants you to have what you need and will guide you in acquiring it. But you must learn to respect your intuition, your direct line to the wisdom that comes from the universal consciousness. Beautiful. I love this. It wraps up your reading wonderfully. Now, Virgo, I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And for those of you that are vibing with the energy of this channel and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.